think this was the biggest one, y'all, that irked my nerves. It boiled me so bad. And when I tell y'all, I was livid because I was told some different information. Trying to find a nice way to put it. Some information that was not correct. And that was, y'all, hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of Beauty Told. It's your girl Britt, and today we have another great juicy hot topic today. Y'all, before I hit play today, I literally was tongue twisted on something I say every episode, okay? It's not hard to say, hot juicy topic, period. So anyways, guys, I was supposed to have a special guest with me today. Unfortunately, she was not able to make it. That's okay. The show will continue. I will make sure that you guys will see her in a next upcoming episode real soon. And again, as promised, y'all, I am going to talk about my first cruise. I want to give you guys the do's and the don'ts of, dealing with the first cruise, making sure that you kind of know all of what you need to know before you book. Unlike your girl that I really wasn't given a heads up. I just had to kind of wing it. And I said my next episode, I'm going to make sure that the people know. So for my beauties and gents that are planning on doing a trip real soon, hopefully this video, you find value in it, okay? And of course, definitely today, y'all, I'm using this a lot. My faith journal, keeping me on topic, making sure that I don't miss any key components today because there was so much that I wanted to make sure I included. Now, I'm not going to start off with the negatives. I definitely want to start off with the positives because overall, I'm going to give y'all my overall experience at the end. I think that's fair. So, anywho, with my first cruise, y'all, let's go over the pros. Let's go over the ting ting ding dings, okay? Now, first of all, I hope that this video, I hope I was able to edit it correctly so that way you guys can kind of see the vision more than having to just hear my voice and not be able to know what I'm really talking about. Because when I tell y'all, I took so many snippets of this boat, so many snippets of the adventures and, the fun-filled days. And I just really want to make sure that those capture moments are also included in this video. So hopefully your girl did it right, y'all. Again, I'm a one-woman show trying to do it all, so please forgive me. But as I go through this, I hope that everything is showing up correctly. Okay? I'm going to keep working until I get it. So anyways, y'all, number one of the pros is it was such a beautiful environment. When I tell you guys, just first glance, first step onto the cruise line, I mean, just spectacular views of everything, the glass elevators, the mini floors, I think it was a total of 14 floors I ended up finding out. So it was just so numerous of space. The views of like the ocean, whether you were in the dining area, whether you were just out on the deck itself, by the pool, there was so many beautiful views. You had the arcade room, you had the casino, you just had so many things that just really welcomed you in and let you know that there was just going to be some fun-filled adventures and activities that were awaiting you. And overall, just every breathtaking moment, you were going to just see beautiful, just great environment, great atmosphere. Okay. Now, y'all may not know this about me. I like to eat. Okay. Now I know that, throughout my fitness journey and everything, it's probably hard to tell because I try to make sure I balance it out. So I ain't got no 2-pack. But when I tell you, number 2 is delicious food. Delicious food, plenty of options for everybody. When I tell y'all that literally, I mean, just an array of different items, whether you're vegan, whether you're pescatarian, whether you are a carnivore, there was just so much that you could be able to eat. And when I tell y'all, I was just always full. That was one of the beautiful things about this cruise line is that your food especially the buffet style restaurants, were included. So you could eat as much as you wanted to. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I mean, you could get as many plates, as many bowls, as many as you want to. And you could also take it with you if you wanted to, back to your room. So that was another great thing I found out later when it came to my desserts, is that I could be able to take my dessert with me. I love cheesecake, and their cheesecake was absolutely delicious. Everybody don't know how to make cheesecake. So desserts was good. Actually, desserts was just okay, but the food, chef kiss. Okay. Number 3, the staff, the welcoming, just the overall great hospitality, the customer service. Oh my gosh, when I tell you that I just really felt welcome there. I didn't feel like just a number there. I really felt like a person there. You know, they were having conversations with you, you know, making sure that everything was meeting your needs. Like they really are buckled down in regards to just making sure that your overall stay is a fantastic experience. And I really felt that from beginning to end. There really was no times in between that I can recall where I even felt like somebody was just like average. Like everybody was just so nice. I mean, and you get your own like state attendant or whatever. He was super nice. His name was Floyd. He was a little flirt with me, you know, but it was all good. My best friend and them had Dex. Dex was great. I mean, they remembered your name. They, you know, were always, you know, checking in to make sure there was anything that you needed. They were just very attentive to your needs. And I really just, customer service, I can't gloat about it enough. It was great. It was phenomenal. That is the key to even just a mediocre type of experience, if it was even that, which, you know, I'm going to tell you guys at the end. But customer service is key with any business. So for, you know, my entrepreneurs out there, for my beauties and gents who are listening, that can appreciate this just when they're visiting different, you know, places and events, customer service is definitely key. That is the key to any successful business. And so just keep that in mind, you know, just a great thing to keep in the back of your mind, period. Like I said, that's just even like a life skill that you just want to make sure that you have. And especially if you're going to be a businesswoman or a businessman, make sure that the customer service is top tier. Okay. So, and I'm sorry, I think I only talked about really the dining and my room attendance, but in entertainment department, just fun, spunky, you know, keeping the crowd hyped and just really making these different games and adventures just really memorable ones. So definitely want to shout out to the staff and the customer service. And y'all, the destinations were gorgeous. First off, our first stop was the Coco K. I keep wanting to call it Coco Bay, but it's Coco K. Lots of walking, but you really didn't mind it because you don't initially start off with the walking. There was an option where you could be able to take like a shuttle bus, and that would kind of take you a little bit closer to the actual island, so you can be able to really just kind of walk, explore, and really just enjoy yourselves without feeling all overwhelmed by the heat and exhaustion of having to walk so far. Okay, so Coco Cay was definitely like a really great place for our first stop. Plenty of water, plenty of beaches. Got to relax on the hammock, y'all. Like I don't think I've ever done it, honestly, and you'll probably be able to tell from my video that I didn't really know what the heck I was doing, but I didn't fall. I did not fall. So that's the important thing, is that I stayed steady. Okay, I got it together. But definitely enjoyed from everything. Even the water was beautiful. Just the tropical vibes. I mean, I really felt like I was away from Ohio. And so that was big for me because I needed this vacation. I needed to feel like I could be able to just relax. The temperatures, although it was hot, it was not extremely hot where it was miserable. So weather-wise, it was really, really good. We never, ever, not one day since we were there, we didn't have any rain. There was no rain, not even a sight of a rain or possibility. So, I mean, sunshiny days every single day. great temperatures. Just, it was a great time, you guys. I really, and everything was just perfect when it came to that. Now, also one of the pros of being on the cruise line is, oh my God, there was like such a plethora of different activities to choose from. When I tell you guys, there was never a dull moment there, never. Now, one thing I wish I could have been able to do is at least have one day to just kind of relax and chill and just lounge in my room. I never got the opportunity, y'all. When I tell y'all, it was stuff everywhere I turned around, there was something to do, whether it was nightclubs and parties. There was a movie theater. We watched Guardians of the Galaxy. I might be saying it wrong, but it was a great movie. We got to see movies. We were forever at the pool or in the hot tub, y'all, just chillaxing, relaxing, vibing, just having a great time, great music in the background. There was also like rock climbing and basketball courts and the library. I was shocked to find the library. I actually probably would have, played around there a little bit, and not play around like run around, but I would have actually love to have picked up a book from there and really maybe enjoyed a night of reading. Although I brought books with me for my flight to and from there, and I didn't read really, but whatever. Maybe it would have made me want to go ahead and read because, the library, takes me back to my childhood when I used to always be found in the library. Game night, y'all. First of all, I love games. Okay. And there was so many different game nights. I mean, we had Finish Your Lyric. We had, what was another one? It was more of like a competitive one that they had a host, and everybody was doing weird stuff, having who on your team has a tattoo, has to show me the tattoo. So people running down there with tattoos. Who has fake teeth? Show me your fake teeth. Bring somebody down from your team. It was crazy. I loved it though. It was a great time. Battle of the Sexes was intense. Of course, Who Runs the World? Girls, we won. And then the mystery one, I've always wanted to do like a mystery one. And we literally had a group of us, just me and my team, and we were trying to figure it out. We did not win. That's okay. We had a good time, and we were so close. Had we had just a little bit more time, we would have been able to crack the case. So I just love that type of stuff. I mean, there was just so much to do, so much to see. It was a great time, y'all. Now, for the flip side of things, the negatives, y'all, because let's just say, I want to say halfway through my trip, but I think it was like close to halfway through my trip, I had to let the people know what was going on because, oh my God. First and foremost of the cons, anybody that knows me, anybody at all that knows me knows that I am very frugal with my money. Okay, I don't play about my money. So you would have thought once you done paid your rest of your balance off, then that was it. Cool, I get to relax. I get to get ready for this cruise. Once I get on there, everything is taken care of. Boo. First off, my best friend let me know maybe a day or two ago before we were getting ready to fly down to Miami, that's where we boarded from, that there is a gratuity every day you're there per person. It was $18 to be exact. Now, by the time this video gets to circulating and lasting a long time, storage-wise, it may have increased. I don't know. But all I know is as of May 20th of 2024, honey, $18 per day per person. I could not believe it because I'm like, well, first off, I wish I would have known that. Second of all, I wish I would have known that because then I could have just went on and maybe seen the option to prepay it. So that way that could have been packaged along with my balance as well. So that threw me through a loop because that legitimately definitely showed up. You were not able to exit off of that boat without paying whatever was due. If you tried to leave, honey, they was bringing you right on back. And when I tell you that wait, going back to there and coming back to where your family or friends is, nightmare. So just give you a heads up, gratuity, make sure if you can, prepay it. There were certain restaurants that cost. See, I'm thinking that the sky's the limit. You done paid all this money. I'm thinking that you can be able to explore different various restaurants that we had spotted when we were just doing like more of a walkthrough of the cruise. No, there are certain ones that came with your package, and there were certain ones where you had to still pay out of your pocket for. I'm like, I'm not doing all that. I done paid enough money. Honey, when I tell y'all this, cruises are expensive, okay? Just in general. Just to give y'all an overall view, and I didn't even have a suite. I just had a room with the ocean view. It was little short of $1,700 just for little old me. Just a couple dollars short of $1,700 for a 4-day cruise. Just to give you an idea. Just give you an idea. And so when it came to certain, when I'm paying this type of money, that's excluding your flight and, whether your hotel stay, if you decide to get there a day early, which I would recommend to anybody, make sure that you get there a day before you're supposed to board, so that way you don't run into any confliction with, and I don't even know if confliction is a word, but we're going to use that today. Okay. But, I don't even know. I wouldn't chance it if I were you. I wouldn't chance it to try to do it the same day as you get ready to board. So just a heads up, book the day before. That way you're there. You can kind of sleep easy knowing that the next day you can get ready for a fun adventure. Excursions. So once we got to the actual final destination, which was the Bahamas, y'all, every excursion cost. Now I knew about the excursions. I knew that there would be a cost involved if you wanted to do something. Like, I really wanted to swim with the dolphins. Anybody that heard me talk about this cruise from last year to this year, girl, get Brittany in that water so she could be able to swim with the dolphins. Swimming with the dolphins was like $400 and something. And then the package will go a little lesser every time, but you getting further away from them dolphins then too. So, I think the smallest one was $130, and you basically kind of get to just see them do different little tricks and stuff in the water. Honey, if I wanted to go to SeaWorld, that's what I would book it for, and for much less than $130 if I want to see a dolphin doing tricks in the water. So if I can't swim with them, touch them, and have them, rub against my face, I'm not about to do it. So I didn't end up doing it, guys. I was so disappointing, but it just gave me a heads up that, I know what to better do the next time I do my cruise. And coming towards the end of the video, I'm going to let you guys know some of my tips and tricks of, if this is your first time booking a cruise, what you should maybe keep in mind, or, hopefully take my advice and do, so that way you don't run into the same pitfalls that I kind of went through. Because I didn't get to do any excursions at that point, between, finding out about the gratuities and everything, and certain restaurants that I had a tasting for, knowing that them cost money. Honey, I was pretty much just like, I ain't giving no more money away. So sorry, dolphins, I have to catch y'all next time. I think this was the biggest one, y'all, that irked my nerves. It boiled me so bad. And when I tell y'all, I was livid because I was told some different information. I'm trying to find a nice way to put it. Some information that was not correct. And that was, y'all, depending on what you book, maybe it depends on your room. Maybe it depends on what type of package deal you decide to book from. And I'm going to tell you that in a little later too. I got just the ocean view room. It comes with, they say it comes with Wi-Fi. Do not believe the lies. Ain't no Wi-Fi. I was all around there doing this, circulating. I mean, I'm outside on the boat, by the pool, trying to get me some type of Wi-Fi so I could be able to hop on my social media, so I could be able to get on YouTube. Heck, so I could have a decent phone call. There is no Wi-Fi. Okay. So what I had to end up doing in the middle of my cruise vacation is pay for internet. And at the time of this cruise, my internet, it was $28 a day. Because by the time I got hit, I only had to pay for a little over 2 days. Because I literally found out last minute that that's kind of how it works. So I had to pay $57 because once they add the little fees and whatnot, it came up to like $57 and some change. I was so upset. I was already not trying to spend any more money, but it forced me in a corner. It forced my hand where I wanted to be able to keep people in the loop. You know, I was doing like my IG stories. Hey, we doing this, we doing that, and da da da. Just kind of like, I don't know about y'all, but I kind of like to stalk people when they're on their vacations. I feel like I'm with them, you know, like I'm buddy with them and I get to enjoy it just like they do. And for me to not be able to fulfill that, you know, daydream or fantasy for somebody else, it was so disappointing. I had to buy the internet. So cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Because if y'all ain't already been adding up, $18 per day. Luckily, it was just little old me in my room. So $18 per day for 4 days. Now I got to add on a $57 bill for internet so I can be able to talk to the people. So I'm just frustrated at this point. I really am. It don't stop. It don't stop there, y'all. It don't stop there. I'm going to skip over to this. The beverages was trash. Okay. Now, one thing about me, I love drinking water. Most of the time I will drink me a good amount of water. I think I even do the daily recommended water intake. But when I'm on my cruise, I was under the impression that, oh, they'll have juices, they'll have teas. So I'm like, cool. If they're going to have juices and teas, when I have that inkling for wanting some type of sugary drink, then I could just get this. So I did not buy, you know, the beverage package. I darn sure didn't need the alcohol package. I don't really drink. I drink just to socialize. If others around me are drinking, I kind of almost feel, you know, like maybe I should drink, you know, maybe just have one drink just so I could be along with the crowd or whatever. But other than that, I was on my vacation. I didn't really need a drink, you know, for what? I'm just, you know, it's just me. And I'm just going back to my room to be with just me. So I didn't see the point. Y'all, them wasn't juices. Okay. When I got on that cruise, them wasn't juices. First of all, to best describe it, it was as if they took a cup of water, took 2 little drops of food flavoring. Drink flavoring, if you want to call that. Little 2 drops of kiwi strawberry, boom, and called it kiwi strawberry. 2 drops of mango, and called it a mango drink. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. It was hardly no flavor, clearly no sugar. If you into the Crystal Light thing, it wasn't even hitting Crystal Light, y'all. Because at least with the Crystal Light powder packs and all that, Crystal Light sent me a check. At least you would be able to have some type of taste, and you could taste a little bit of sugar, or at least a little Splenda or something. There was nothing. When I tell y'all, and the unsweetened tea, I had to do so much to get it to at least come close to tasting like tea that I could be able to, you know, drink. So for me, y'all, the beverages were horrible. I mean, literally horrible. Luckily, I was still able to drink my coffee. I was smart enough to grab some stuff beforehand, creamer wise, so I could be able to add creamer, because they did not have any flavored creamer for my coffee drinkers out there. They did not have flavored creamer. Bring your own. Bring the little cups that come where it's like little droplets of it. Maybe bring about 4 or 5 each time you go dining, so you have your creamers ready. That's what I did. That's what your girl did, okay? Because I love coffee, but I have to have it be in a flavored creamer. I cannot do the half and half. Ugh. Oh, and for my beauties, this is a good one right here. For my beauties, if you are planning on wearing you a good lace front wig, beware. Because on the cruise line, there are absolutely no hair appliances allowed. You cannot bring any flat irons. I don't care how small they are. They could be as small as an ant. You can't bring them. I guess it's a fire hazard or something like that. You cannot bring no type of flat irons. You cannot bring no type of like blow dryers or none of that. So choose wisely your hairstyle that you choose. Now, luckily for me, as you guys can see with my videos and pictures, I mean, I last minute decided on that type of hairstyle. I really teeter-totter between having like a pronto or deciding to do, you know, just braids and crochet here so I can be able to get in the water. And obviously the braids and crochet won, because that way, even once it gets in the water, I don't have to worry about any type of maintenance. I could really just like let it dry and I'm good to go for the next day. Tie it up at night, the braids is cool, all of that. But if you plan on wearing lace front wigs, ladies, if it's not going to be braided lace front wigs, do not do it, because you cannot flat iron your hair. You will be stuck. And I seen a couple of girls, they was kind of stuck. You know, hair was flipping and doing all types of tricks and moves, and they couldn't do nothing about it. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Thank me later. Okay, thank me later. Definitely thank me later on the drinks. And the last day of, so this will be my last con. I'm talking about the cons. This is gonna be the last con. Is please, y'all, be prepared on the last day when it's time to get off of that boat. Honey, it's a nightmare. And there's really, I don't think there's anything you really can do about it for real, unless you decide to book a more prestige type of like suite or cabin. You're gonna be stuck with the rest of us, and it's just chaotic. All the elevators are filled. The line to get on the elevators is filled. You are waiting for, feels like hours at the elevator waiting for it to come to you. Like, it is a total madhouse. It is total chaos. So for me, being that I do a lot of like exercise and fitness, I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Picked up my bag, my suitcase, and I went down. I was on the 7th floor, went down 7 flights of steps. Screw it. I'm not about to sit up here and wait 20 minutes for an elevator that might be filled to capacity and you can't even get on. What's the point? I'm about to just take the steps, and I'm just about to be in a little bit of pain because my arms was hurting once I was done. But I made it to the bottom of the boat so I could be able to exit off. So, I mean, just give you a heads up. It is chaotic. It is crazy. Everybody got to go. Nobody can stay. And because they're giving you such a time, you know, time limit, hey, you got to be off this boat. It's a lot. So just prepare for that mentally, and just prepare for that physically for those who are going to be grabbing their suitcase and going down them steps like I told you to, because it'll be a little bit hair pulling type of day. All right. So tips for your first cruise. This is tips. So if you haven't already kind of grasped a couple of the tips that I kind of gave you from like my cons, session of this, grab it right now. Get your pen and paper ready. Grab you whatever you need to write with, and just be prepared for this. First and foremost, this is what I really wish I would have did, y'all. I promise to God, I wish I would have did this. Please research your boat. Please research your boat. Now, I can only speak for what I, was able to partake in, which was the Royal Caribbean. I was on the Freedom of the Seas. If you're doing Carnival, I really can't speak on that. That was what my guest was going to come on and kind of give that, outlook. But maybe I'll try to do a part 2 of this where we could be able to get the Carnival side of things. So that way, if I decide to do Carnival, I could be given a heads up of what to expect. But anyways, if you book a Royal Caribbean, baby, research that cruise, please. Because had I researched the cruise, not only would I have thought enough to get a balcony, which is what my best friend booked. And I didn't find out until after I booked my ocean view. Because that's all I cared about. I wanted to be able to see the ocean. I wanted to be able to see the beautiful. It's something soothing about being able to see the ocean, hear the ocean. I was like, honey, give me a good ocean view and I'm good. Would have definitely paid the extra money to have a balcony. And not only did my best friend have the balcony, then we found out there were more tiers than that, because our friend Mario, he had one of the suites. I didn't know that there was a whole suite. I would have went on and did the suite. This could have been a pre-birthday gift for myself, or after Mother's Day, treat to myself. There were suites, guys. And the suites can be as big and lavish as you want to. I heard there's some where it could cost like $30,000 for your trip. And then there's some suites that are a lot more on the reasonable side. And the suites come with bigger bathrooms. The suites come with spacious rooms in general. The suite came with a balcony, but it's basically like the double size of a balcony. So you have all this balcony space where you can just really stretch out, chillax, and really see a great ocean view, because there's not as much, space limit capacity. So I would have definitely, like, hands down, my next cruise, I would definitely do a suite. I would definitely recommend it for you guys. If budget allows you to do a suite, do a suite. If it's going to be like a girls trip, or, you know, a fun time in general, like maybe family that you don't mind like sleeping in the same, you know, room with, you can almost Airbnb it for real. And that way you really can save money. So I would even recommend maybe doing that, because that way you guys have way more space. You have living room space and bedroom space, bathroom, and just so much to be able to utilize of the room that will make it a more comfortable stay and a more enjoyable one as well. So I would maybe, in that sense, I didn't find out till later. What my friend Mario had did was watch some YouTube videos that gave him a heads up of the different things. So depending on what cruise you decide to book with, you know, it doesn't have to be Royal Caribbean. I just wanted to give you my take on it. But whatever cruise line you're going to book with, maybe you go to YouTube University and look it up and see what your options are, what the various prices are, and that way you can make a more sound decision from there. Okay? Please, y'all, number 2, set up your amenities beforehand. Set up all amenities beforehand. As I already told y'all, with that trash juice that came free with your package, if I were you, thank me later on this, I would buy the beverage package. Now, I'm not saying the alcoholic beverage. Now, the alcoholic package is cool for those who really do like to like put them down, because I think that when we were first booking, the alcohol package was about $95 to $97 per day, y'all. Per day. Who drinking that much? Definitely not me. I would just pay. You could pay, you know, when you get on the cruise line, you just pay per drink if you wanted to. I didn't really even have the inkling to want to try any type of alcoholic drink. I think I only had one the whole 4 to 5 days I was on there. Only one drink, alcoholic drink. I didn't need all that. So anywho, I would definitely recommend that you just buy the beverage package. I think it was about like $10 to $12 per day, but it's worth it because you can get unlimited drinks. You get a cup with it, a souvenir cup. So that way you can have it of the cruise line that you're on. And that way you can be able to get as much drinks as you want to. You can get anything, whatever sodas you want, whether it's Sprite, whether it's, you could make up a drink, because they had the option on the beverage machine where you could do like a peach Sprite, or you could do a vanilla Pepsi, or whatever it is you wanted to do. You mix and match it how you want to. You can be able to take it to your room. If you have thirst in the middle of the night, you can go and refill it. So juices, you had the good quality juices. You know, you had your Lipton teas and just so many different variety of options. So I definitely would have bit the bullet and just got the darn beverage package had I known that it was going to be trash juice as an option. Okay. So I would definitely even recommend, I think you guys already got the hint, wink, wink, the Wi-Fi. Make sure y'all, trust me, if you're one of those people that like to occasionally get on your social medias or like to look at YouTube videos or whatever the case may be, buy the Wi-Fi package. And all of these things, excursions, you know, do that as well. Prepay your gratuities, you know, I mean, whatever you can do beforehand, do it. And what I will tell you guys is, after you've paid for your cruise, you're going to start getting emails with, hey, get up to 35% off, get up to 40% off of, and you can get a lot of what I just mentioned to you at a discount. So y'all know I used to be a past extreme couponer. So hey, if you can get them discounts and save that money, do it. Trust me. Thank me later. I got y'all. I told y'all. Like, y'all gonna learn from my mistakes one way or another. So that's why this video is here, to help y'all, my beauties and my gents, especially if I got a cruise coming up. It's about to be on and popping. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. And 3 is final destination. Now, again, I can only speak for those who are going to be going, their final destination will be the Bahamas, or at some point or another, you end up at the Bahamas as an option where you can get off the boat and explore a little bit more. I would advise that you have had taken care of your excursion beforehand, so you can at least be able to have a little bit of fun while you're on the island. But also, I would recommend, wait before you buy souvenirs. Wait before you buy souvenirs. Get far enough away from the boat area. Get far enough away from the little plaza that's going to be like the first thing within a couple of walking distance from where you guys get off the boat. Trust me when I tell y'all, The further you get to walking down, now don't walk too far now. Don't say, oh, Britt told me to walk. I ain't telling you to go too far now, because you gotta be, be aware of your surroundings now. But what I'm telling you is that as long as you with your group and you walk in, the further you walk down, you're gonna notice that those souvenirs get cheaper and cheaper. You're gonna notice that, I think my best friend was looking for a mug. I think the mug started off at maybe $30 when we first got to, where all the attractions were. And as we got further down the road, it went from $30 to $20 to $15, $10. You know what I'm saying? So had we bought it at just first sight, we would have paid way too much for something that we could have got for like basically half price, if not even less than that. So just keep that in mind. I think I also learned that with my hat. I had bought me like a hat. Now I bought my hat from Cocoa Bay for $30, I think. By the time we got down the Bahamas Trail and we got to the last place, I could have got it. It was 2 for $20. I could have got it for $10 and got somebody else a hat for another 10, or got me 2 hats of different colors. So again, just kind of keep that in mind. Bargain with them too. So if they saying, hey, these t-shirts are $20 a piece. Oh, you know what? I only got about like 25 on me. They'll work out a deal with you. So bargain shop. Your girl told you first. You can bargain with them. That's fine. Okay. Matter of fact, guys, I don't know if you kind of noticed the little change up. If you look at my previous episodes, can you spot what's different? My beautiful pink flower. This is from the Bahamas. It was hand carved, and I was able to get that at a good deal. Now, had I been thinking about it, I should have probably did the bargain thing that I'm telling y'all, but I didn't pay too much. I think I only paid like maybe $30 for it. But it is beautiful, and it just goes so well with my sign and my little pink thing that I got going on, little hints of pink. So that actually came right from the Bahamas. So yeah, just overall, guys, I would say that my experience with the cruise, if I really had to just put it all in a nutshell, I would say that I had an overall great time. I would do it again. I would do it again, but I would be a lot more smarter of how I do it, and I would still prefer to do it maybe with a group. It was more fun with the group. I'm not gonna lie to you. So maybe if it's not like a group of friends, maybe family, and make a great family trip. I know that this year would have been my family reunion, was doing it as a cruise. It was just so expensive. Either way it goes, guys, please be ready. The cruise is not going to be cheap. It's expensive. But it is a time, and if you budget, appropriately, it should be a great, a great way to just create memories with, family and friends. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I missed anything else. I probably would say just be careful if it's your first cruise. Don't book too short of a cruise, but don't book too long of a cruise. I don't think I would have been able to tolerate a 7-day. I'm going to be completely honest. 7 days for a first cruise is too long. It's too long. I wouldn't do it. I would have been miserable towards the end, for sure. 4 days was just perfect for me. Oh my gosh. 4 full days, it was perfect for me. 5 days, it was stretching it, because by the time we got off the boat, I was kind of ready to get off the boat. So it was a good time. So just be careful of that. Don't book too short. I probably wouldn't have enjoyed myself on a 3-day cruise. That would have been too short. 4 days was like perfect. 5 maybe, would have been pushing it, but it would have been all right. 7, 10, 14. you trying it. You trying it. Also, guys, I did not experience on my cruise, I didn't experience really the motion sickness or none of that. I was warned about that, to bring, certain medicines, so that way in case you start feeling motion sickness and stuff, you could be able to take it. I didn't really feel the boat moving at all, to be honest with you. There was only one particular day, I think it was a Tuesday afternoon, because we boarded on Monday. Tuesday afternoon-ish, towards the middle of that afternoon, I did start feeling a little woozy. I laid down for about an hour. I was good to go. Thursday, I had a slight little headache. and lay down for an hour in the afternoon, and then I was good to go. I never ever once had to take medicine. So everybody, is different, to each his own. If, maybe bring it just to be safe than sorry. But I didn't have to use it personally. Thank God for that. And yeah, like I said, everything was smooth sailing. A lot of times I didn't even realize that we were moving. So I hope that this video helped. I hope that it helped. I hope that it helped you to either learn how to save some of them coins, learn how to, really set the bar high on, your expectations of having a good, fun-filled time, and just keep in mind the prices. Like I said, take some of my recommendations. Thank me later, because if you take my advice and maybe your friend or family don't, and they get to complaining, you can be like, well, thank God Britt told me the real deal, Holyfield. Okay? So again, guys, I appreciate every time that you guys tune in, every time you watch, every time you like, every time you share, every time you comment. For those who are new to my channel, there is so many different videos that you can be able to catch up on. So many great topics. Like I said, I usually have great guests with me. You just got to roll with the punches when things, don't pan out the way that you want to. But if you would love to see more, love to hear more, I would love to have you. So please hit that subscribe button right there. Just one click. And hit that bell notification too, so that way you can be up and up on when I drop my episodes, and you can be the first to be able to tune in and watch. And guys, this has been a pleasure. I always just find so much joy being able to help people. Like, that's really like my overall goal with having started this channel in the first place. So loving my channel, loving my podcast, loving having great guests on, loving how we get to discuss different things. And I love you guys so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And of course, as always, let's make a change.